the Tony Gwynn Award and just what maybe that means to you?
Yeah, it's an incredible accomplishment, and I'm very honored to be here, very honored for the campaign and over the last 2 years, the impact that it's brought, and, just thankful to the organizations for nominating me and thankful to be in this position.
What does community mean to you?
A lot. My parents have instilled it in me my whole life. I've been working with the Miracle League since middle school, so really just, giving back and making an impact because it's always bigger than me.
How familiar are you with Tony Gwynn?
I'm pretty familiar with him. Not like, I'm young, so not extremely, but I know him.
What do you remember from Arkansas's pitching staff earlier in the season?
They have a great staff, great team. They're going to bring it, but, a lot of hard-throwing guys with good stuff. But, ultimately, that's what we've seen all year, so we're prepared.
Has practice been different once you guys have gotten here in Omaha, or does it just feel the same?
No, sir. We're in a different place, like you said, but it's business as usual.
How did Coach Johnson's pitch to you to transfer to LSU include making stops here, like at Omaha?
Yeah, no doubt. This is what we talked about from the beginning. As a junior, for me, not experiencing my first 2 years, this was something on the list for us, and ultimately the goal always when you play at LSU. So it was something we talked about.
Chris, we've heard Jay say more than once that this is what he's all about. Getting college baseball, getting to Omaha. How does his dedication, his work ethic rub off on you guys?
No doubt, seeing the way he goes about it every day, seeing how much he cares, bleeds onto us, and we do it for him as well, as well as the program.
What has the team taught you this year, and how have you really grown as a person through them?
Yeah, this team's been great. They welcome me with open arms, and they taught me how to really be a team and play together and be tough.
How much has Josh taught you about some of the strange shadows and light issues that you guys might run into at a 6 o'clock game?
Yeah, they said it's more for left field, so DC, we've all talked about it though, that the sun and the shadows might be an issue. I might go see the game to kind of get a feel for it today.
You mentioned it was asked about the Arkansas pitching staff, but Zach Root specifically, what do you remember maybe from going against him on that in that Friday night start?
Yeah, I remember he likes, he's a really good pitcher. He can throw strikes, and with his deception, throw balls really close. So it's really just swing decisions and pitch selection, really getting your pitch.
What makes him? What's deceiving about his delivery then?
Yeah, he has a little funky motion, and he just has good stuff, good lefty with some good pitches.
How do y'all stay in character? Sometimes there's been times you go on the road, you play neutral site, road games, and maybe you get out of it a little bit. How do you stay in it this time?
Yeah, just being together and trusting one another to do their job, and just being a team, really. This is what we've been playing for, and this is like our 60-plus game, so, it's kind of the same.
Are the stakes tonight?
Say it again?
Are you guys getting those stakes tonight?
I'm not sure. I think we have a team meal, but I'm not sure what it is.
How'd y'all enjoy the zoo?
It was cool. I haven't been to the zoo in years, but it was different, but it was cool.
Favorite animal?
The cheetah, for sure.
That makes sense.
Because of speed?
Nah, I just like cheetahs, but we can go with that, too.
I wanted to ask you about Kade Evans. It's been a minute since he's pitched, but the last time he pitched, a lot of you guys that I spoke with after that game said he was a quote-unquote game changer that night. How much does he sort of change the game for you guys when he's pitching at his best?
Man, yeah, like you said, what was that, Little Rock? It speaks for itself. That was just dominant, complete, in control of everything. And it was great to see. It's hard to believe he's a freshman, but he's the man.
When Derek's turning back to the dugout and telling you what pitches he's seeing, does that help you guys out?
Yeah, for sure.
Coming?
Yes, sir.
Do you like, did you have questions?
No, I was just going to say on the kind of the same vein, we've seen Kade shine all this year, right? And we've seen the numbers. But from your perspective, what's maybe something that we can't see that, makes him so elite, makes him so special?
Yeah, just his makeup and his will, the way he goes about his business and how much he cares, too. Just an elite competitor.
When's the, was it fall ball? When was the first time you were like, okay, this guy?
Yeah, in the fall, I faced him, and I went up there and 3 pitches I struck out. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I gotta be locked in when this dude's throwing. And ever since then, I just know.
You're a guy that is not from Louisiana, but you got a lot of teammates that are from Louisiana that grown up watching LSU baseball, was a fan of it, wanted to be and play in the uniform. What's it like being around those guys in this type of setting where, you know, it matters maybe even a little bit more to them than it does some of the others?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's special being with guys like E-Fry and JP and his brother as well, John. You know, just being from Louisiana, like you said, seeing how much they care, and then the fans as well. Like, when I first transferred, I didn't really realize how big of a deal it is, but I wouldn't trade it for anything, you know. That's what makes it special.
Did you have the feeling you'd see Arkansas again, potentially down the road here after you played them regular season?
Yeah, they're a really good team. I don't really watch a whole lot of other games outside of ours, but I knew they were having a good season, and I'm not really surprised.
Okay with Chris?
Thanks, Chris.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. What the feeling is like, you know, going back through obviously the stadium and now getting ready to play again in Omaha.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. Just kind of getting to do all the things again, the opening ceremonies, coming to practice, having all the fans in the stands yesterday while we were practicing. So it's just been a lot of fun. Excited to have game 1. Watch the games tonight, probably go just to feel the atmosphere again. But just, I mean, standing back in the outfield, it took me back to finals against Florida, things like that. So it's been a lot of fun.
What have you told Derek about the shadows and the light and that whole situation that you can't really avoid?
Just kind of told him he needs to, stay locked in out there. It's kind of something we don't really deal with a lot. Like, we have sun games and stuff, but it's a little different here. And just told him he's a great outfielder, so I think he's going to play nice out there. And just to be ready for anything, play in a weird spot or something like that.
And when he's stepping out of the batter's box and he's showing you what pitches, how much does that actually help you guys?
We like it. We kind of normally already know what pitches come, like what pitch it was, just because, we've been around the game a lot, so we can kind of tell when it's a slider from the side. But, Derek likes to do it, and sometimes it does help us. But, it's kind of funny to watch him tell us the pitch.
Did you get new sunglasses?
Yeah, I did. They're nice. I really like this brand.
Is that like you go to Omaha and get yourself a new pair?
Well, we did get new pairs, but I didn't wear those. I've had these all season. They're nice.
I know you've been to Omaha before, but be back with your brother. How special is that?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Last time we were here, he had to sit with my family in the stands and watch the game, but this time he gets to be on the field with us. And it's a great moment. My whole family will be here. It's kind of surreal. We grew up watching these games on TV. Now we get to play together. So, it's a lot of fun.
Corey mentioned it earlier with Chris. Just when you're from Louisiana and you've watched it, like sometimes maybe it can mean something a little bit different. Can you kind of speak to that, being a Louisiana guy who grew up watching these games and then also has experienced it with LSU, just the pride that you have?
Yeah, when we're here representing the whole state of Louisiana, it's like, just about everybody from Louisiana comes to the games. It's a sea of purple and gold here whenever Tigers are in Omaha. And just growing up watching these games, I used to dream of one day being on that field and doing things like that. And now being here, having the Tiger support, every day I get on my phone, I'm getting texts from people I've never met, and they're just telling me that they're wishing me all the luck and everything. And I love Tiger fans. They're awesome, and I just feel super proud.
How'd they get your number?
I'm not sure on that one. I think my family gives my number out.
You guys worked so hard to get here, and you've been through this before, obviously. What does it take to win while you're now here?
Yeah, we know you just got to take the game 1 pitch at a time. If you let the game speed up on you, the game gets a lot harder than it already is. It's already a really hard game, and you don't want to let that speed up on you. So just being out there, slowing down, just being where your feet are, knowing it's the same game you played your whole entire life. You just have more people in the stands watching, and if you're just able to tune all of that out when you need to, then it'll be good baseball.
Obviously, you faced Arkansas before you faced Zach Root. What do you remember maybe from facing them early in the season?
Yeah, they're great. They're a great team. He's a great pitcher. They don't just accidentally show up in Omaha. So, we're excited for this. We played him one time at home, and we're ready to play him on a neutral site. So, ready to get going.
What is the thing that you have to watch out for the most with him?
Yeah, he throws a lot of strikes, and his misses are small. So, he's a great pitcher, and he's able to go in and out of the zone whenever he wants. And so we just got to have competitive at-bats and just kind of stick to our approach.
Wearing your Goon Squad shirt today, what does it mean to you to be on the Goon Squad and be a part of the group of guys?
Yeah, it's awesome. I've kind of been on the Goon Squad my whole career here. Just we've never really had a name for it. But to this year, get shirts made. It's been a lot of fun. We kind of wear these shirts with pride. I mean, I'm sure you'll know it's kind of the guys who are in and out of the lineup and pinch hitting and stuff like that. So, I mean, we take pride in it. It's a lot of fun. It makes it more fun, I guess.
Do you still have the Buzz Lightyear shirt?
Yeah, I do. It's actually my bag. I didn't know if I wanted to wear it today or not. I didn't know if anybody would really know what it was, but I might break it out if we have another practice here.
Chris talked about in fall ball just kind of realizing how good Kade Anderson could be. I mean, when did you kind of realize that, and what was it like facing him back in the fall?
Yeah, I think like 2 years ago, I was on Twitter whenever we had an incoming freshman named Kade Anderson. I was watching him. I was like, ooh, I do not want to ever face that guy. And then when he got here, I mean, it was everything I thought it would be. And I mean, he's just worked so hard since he's been here and just gotten leaps and bounds better. I mean, and to see where he's at now, I'm super proud of him. I mean, he's a great pitcher. I mean, he'll pitch in the big leagues probably 2 or 3 years, and super proud of him.
I was gonna say, how much have you seen him grow from last year, when obviously he had a little bit more of a relief role, to like now being one of the aces of this staff?
Yeah, I mean, knowing last year like that we could bring in Kade Anderson at any point in the game, I mean, it was just kind of a comfort feeling. And then now to have him being our Friday night guy, super confident in him. We knew going into the season that, I mean, we're gonna have some dudes on the mound. And I mean, to have Kade Anderson heading that, I mean, just be at the front of it, super proud of him, and I mean, excited to see him pitch again.
What do you make of his demeanor? Because he's still only a sophomore. I'm not sure if he's 18, 19, 20 years old, but like he's still young in terms of college baseball life, and he just continues to mow guys down, and he's won 10 games this year. I mean, it's got to speak a little bit to his demeanor, right, and his approach.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's one of the biggest areas he's grown is, I mean, you can just kind of feel him when he's out there on the mound. I mean, you don't want to step in the box when Kade Anderson's on the mound, and I feel like that's kind of a big step in his game that he improved a lot. Just kind of going out there and knowing that the batter has to face him and he doesn't have to face the batter, and just his stuff is good enough, and if he just executes what he needs to do, then he can win.
Josh, considering that no team that's here this year was in the tournament last year, how do you feel like from an experience standpoint y'all might have an edge between players that have played here and the coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, Coach has said since day one that this year is wide open, and I mean, whoever plays the best that day will win the game, and I mean, that still holds true now. I mean, I feel like we can take the past experiences here and just kind of know that it is the same baseball game, and we just got to slow down and just play our game, play our brand of baseball, and we'll be successful.
Good.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank
Good luck.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.